In a world dealing with everyday struggles and disappointments, people often ask, who cares? The good news is that somebody does care because of what Jesus Christ has done. We're Somebody Cares America, an outgrowth of the ongoing work of Turning Point Ministries International. Based upon ministerial relationships developed through the years, Somebody Cares America works with area churches and ministries on a cooperative basis. God has given us a vision for reaching the world, city by city, at a grassroots level, working with already established ministries and organizations in the community. The purpose of Somebody Cares America is to send a message to the unchurched that the church really does care. Cross-denominational and cross-cultural, Somebody Cares America represents the Christian church as a whole and desires to provide services through local ministries which draw the community into the body of Christ. Their goal is to demonstrate the love of Jesus in a tangible way to community neighbors from every walk of life.
I'm excited about what God is doing across the country. And I'm reminded in Genesis when God created all that He created, and He began to say, and He created this portion, He said, it is good. And He created another portion, and He said, it is good. He looked at another portion and said, it is good. But when He looked at all He had created, He said, it is very good. And I think that analogy would be true, saying, God created the Southern Baptist, and it is good. God created the Assemblies of God, and it is good. God created the Presbyterians, and it is good, and the Methodists, and it is good. And God created this inner city ministry, and that inner city ministry, and this church, and that church. And when He looked at all of them coming together, He said, it is very good.
Somebody Cares America is an organization that is taking a proactive approach to reach out in local communities, from the down and out to the up and out.
We want to see Jesus, manifested in His church. That's revival, isn't it? The presence of Jesus being felt and seen through His church.
The mission is the same for every chapter throughout the nation, to send a message to the unchurched and unreached that the church does care. Our goal is to blanket the nation with a network of Somebody Cares chapters to demonstrate our commitment to reaching communities for Jesus. In fact, networking with existing ministries and churches is a fundamental requirement before starting a Somebody Cares chapter in any city.
God gave me a strategy out of Matthew 28 that said that after the resurrection, He sent the disciples and they went to the place appointed for them, the mountain that was appointed for them. And they did simply this. It says they worshiped Him. No denominational agenda, no personal agendas, not building their own kingdoms, but one agenda to worship Him. And as they worshiped Him, it says all authority was given to Him, and then the Great Commission was poured out. So I believe that what God was saying to us is if we would come together just to simply worship Him, put aside our differences, and come together to worship Him, that He would pour out His authority upon our city, and the water level would rise, and people would just naturally get saved.
We're sending a message across America that the church cares. From Jericho marches at rock concerts to city prayer events, baptisms, feeding programs, and seasonal outreaches, people representing churches within a city worked together in unity to minister God's love. Through the years, many citywide churches have joined in cooperative efforts. For example, in Houston, Texas, area pastors and ministry leaders with a like heart and a like vision linked arm in arm in unity. These men and women reached out at a grassroots level to gang members, troubled youth, pregnant teens, the homeless, alcoholics, and drug addicts. The result of this effort was an opportunity for local church members to demonstrate God's unity to the unchurched.
In Houston, that's what's going on now, is that everybody is unifying and coming together. See, the enemy don't want that. So when God brings us together, we're more powerful when we unify as a bond, as a different nationalities. When we bond together like that, we become a powerhouse for Jesus, and we tear the enemy's camp straight down to the ground.
I believe that when Jesus looks down and He sees us laying down all our denominational walls and our ethnic and racial and cultural differences, when He sees His church being a church, then there's a blessing that He's releasing as He's calling and drawing His people to Himself. And I'm telling you, this is where the church is. And if you're not there, if you're still in your tradition, if you're still walled up in your own little building, you're missing the plan and the purpose of God.
Welcome to the Jesus movement, everybody.
overwhelming. It's way beyond what we could have ever imagined when you see so many churches coming together, putting aside our differences, to come together, crossing racial and denominational lines, to really show this city and show the nations that Jesus Christ is the Lord over us. And for me, to see so many people coming forward to get saved, many the first time, but quite a few rededications, and then immediately want to get baptized was incredible to me. To see a few hundred people actually come out and get baptized, pastors from all different Baptist backgrounds, Methodist backgrounds, Vietnamese, Japanese, African American, crossing racial denominational lines, working together to see the people come to Christ was just beautiful to me.
Somebody Cares America serves a generation hungry for spiritual answers and shows them the love of God. And although Christians may differ in the non-essentials, they soon find that there is an opportunity to come together and agree on the essentials. Somebody Cares America not only believes in unity, but unity with a purpose: to be ministers of reconciliation and true witnesses who can rescue people who have been shipwrecked in life. Suddenly, the unchurched see the real church in action and recognize that through Somebody Cares America, Christians are coming together at the cross of Christ.
It's just a great day to see all these different churches, denominations, every race, creed, color, and we're all coming together. This is exciting. This is something that is kick-starting something for Houston. God's doing something in Houston, but even right now, I think this was the kick-start to see this many people coming together and just following the Lord and His commandment. I'm just blessed to be part of it.
It's a vision that this nation turns her heart to the Lord.
We invite you to find out more about Somebody Cares America by visiting our website at www.somebodycares.org, or you can write us at Somebody Cares America, P.O. Box 570007, Houston, Texas 77257-0007, or call us at 713-621-1498. Call today and ask about starting a Somebody Cares America chapter in your area. That's 713-621-1498.